See ya.
Hello and welcome to Driver Interviews with Bobby Fazio. It's the Tuesday Tell-All. Today's Tuesday, and it is May 2nd, 2023, which means this is finally the weekend that we have the National Open at Atco Dragway. Free spectators. Free! Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday, I believe, is test and tune. Saturday is time trials. Sunday, one more time trial, and then eliminations. All-day race on Sunday. Forecast is looking great. We'll pull it up and we'll talk about it. So just wanted to get that in there. Atco Dragway, New Jersey, Atco, New Jersey, Jackson, New Jersey, whatever you want to call it. Not that far from Philadelphia. Hope to see you guys there. I will be there Sunday for sure. Saturday, probably. Friday, I don't think I'll be there. All right, guys. Who's out there? Say hello, right? Driverinterviews.com is the website. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want shirts, stickers, hats. Mark Kirby's making me some more hats. Still trying to figure out if we should keep it this way. Let me know what you guys think. Should I change that at all? Should I space out some lettering? Should we change a color? Let me know what you think. Otherwise, go to driverinterviews.com if you want a shirt or anything else. If you want to sponsor the show for as little as $20 per episode, or we can come up with whatever you want. If you want to donate, that's always appreciated. Whatever you want to do. Subscribe to the YouTube channel is always the thing I really do ask for, though. That really helps me out. I appreciate that. Facebook and Instagram at Driver Interviews, and use hashtag The Car Show. It is our hashtag. We're taking it over. Stock and Superstock Drag Racing is the car show, right? Lupe Tortilla, Texmex.com. Say hello to Stan Holt, Sheila Holt, all right? Jared Grenier, whenever you're at the track, go to their pit, check them out. They're really nice people, and they also offer margaritas. And it's a wonderful thing, and I can't do this without them. So thank you guys really much. I really appreciate it. Lupe Tortilla, Texmex.com. Don't forget the hyphen. Check out their brunches and their drinks. Sound amazing. Watermelon mint margarita. Can't go wrong with that. DragInsights.com. I can't do it without Drag Insights. Check out DragInsights.com. Get your free membership. I mean, why haven't you if you haven't? Most of my listeners have. We have 850 people signed up right now, so most of them stock and super stock racers, but a lot of .90s trickling in. And I got that new tool there for stock and super stock. It's not on there yet, but it will be very soon, maybe next week. The AHFS Average Saver. I think you guys are really going to like it. It'll take the guesswork out of your bringing your averages down game. Rob Youngblood, AdvancedClutches.com. Thank you, Rob Youngblood, for joining the team here. Advanced Clutches, if you want a nice clutch, check out that picture I posted of one of those clutches that he made. Gorgeous piece. Don Kennedy, Race Car Insurance, 602-284-6240, or email Don Kennedy, donKennedy@gmail.com. Can't afford not to. Got to have that race car insurance, right? And policies are all written through Haggerty Insurance. CP Carrillo Pistons, Nick at cpcarrillo.com. The only piston I've ever used in stock and super stock. Check them out. Give them a call. Tell them I sent you. Tell all these sponsors that I sent you. All right, Total Seal piston rings. Tell Lake Speed that I sent you. By the way, clearance on diamond-coated piston rings right now. Head to their website, and that oil analysis kit everybody should check out too. But clearance, I got an email today that said they are really discounting the diamond-coated rings. Tell them Bobby Fazio sent you. Maybe they'll give you a little bit more discount. Rock and Roll Engineering, PontiacEngines.com. Need a Pontiac motor done? Call Bruce Fulper. Head to his website, PontiacEngines.com. Founder of the 428 cubic inch GT Superstock combo that everybody's running, right? Right. All right, who's out there? Greg Scott, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining us. Tom Gent, how you doing? Tom and Russ are tuned in. Russ, congrats on your win the other day. Great job. Nick Ryder's tuning in. Hi, Nick. How you doing? I'm glad you're listening. Thanks for joining us. All right, so let's get to it here. Well, I always start every episode out with birthdays, right? So I got to start with the birthdays. Not too many birthdays this week. We only had 2. So where I've had like 4 or 5 each time, 2 this time. Chuck Rose, April 26th. Happy birthday, Chuck. And Sean Paul T-Bolt, May 2nd, which is today. So Sean Paul T-Bolt and Chuck Rose, who was April 26th. happy birthday to both of you. These are the Drag Insights birthdays. If you go into draginsights.com and go on the homepage, the main calendar shows all the races that are happening. You can plan out your schedule. It also shows all the members' birthdays, which is cool because that's how I find out when everybody's birthday is, right? And pretty soon it's going to have AHFS average saver in addition to the thousands of other stats that you can look at or spy on other racers for, right? Why not? Okay, so happy birthday to those gentlemen, I think, both of them, Chuck Rose and Sean Paul Diebold. Let's head to ZMAX Dragway. We had the 4-wide Nationals this past weekend. So let's see what happened here. Stock Eliminator. Barry Parker. How about that? Barry Parker was from up in New England. I don't think he lives there anymore. I think he moved down south or more south. He's in North Carolina or South Carolina, somewhere in those neck of the woods. And I do believe he was asking where to park when he got to the track or where to stack, where to go. So it sounds like this was his first time going to ZMAX. And here he does takes the trophy in Stock Eliminator, which is no easy task, right? So congrats to Barry Parker. Let's see what he was up against here. What's up, Dennis Chapman? How you doing? Thanks for listening. Hope to see you at Atco this weekend. Barry Parker in the final. Against Steve Foley. Yes, he was. All right. I did not see the final. I didn't even know they were running the whole race on Saturday. It was a rain-delayed race, or I don't even know if it was rain-delayed. It was rain-delayed on Sunday, but all the sportsmen were finished on Saturday. I got to applaud NHRA on this one. It was a scary forecast. They gave all racers ample time to withdraw from the event if they needed to. They went past the Monday deadline before the race. They came all the way down to like Wednesday, I think, and said you could withdraw if you wanted to. The only limitation or downfall to that was Stock Eliminator got 2 qualifying sessions, which is nice. Superstock only got 1. So they didn't get one Saturday morning. It was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday race. They went straight into eliminations, which I think they had to do. They had to get the sportsmen done on Saturday. I don't particularly like that. I like racing in front of the crowd on Sunday, but they had to make weather decisions here, and it was the better move because I don't think they would have gotten sportsmen finished on Sunday if it had to be done otherwise. I don't know. I didn't even watch the race on Sunday, to be honest with you. Once I knew Stock and Superstock were finished on Saturday, I had no reason to watch. Sorry. But Barry Parker in the final here. So Barry's got a 70 Camaro, A-Stock automatic against Steve Foley in the Copo, late model Copo Camaro here. So just to be in the interest of accuracy, I know Barry Parker's is a 70 Camaro, but Foley's is a 23 Camaro, brand new. All right, factory stock D. Okay, so Barry dials a 1024, cuts an 032 light, runs 1028 with a 1. He's over by 4. Steve Foley's better on the tree, 022, dials a 991, and runs a 998. He's 7 over. So I'm not sure what happened there. Steve went 133 miles an hour. I think he's on the brakes a little bit. Barry Parker only went 116 miles an hour. So Barry got I guess an easier win there. If Steve's watching or if somebody knows what happened there, Steve Foley in the 23 Copo, did he spin a little bit? Did he just give it back? What happened? So he's 7 over his dial. That's a little un-Steve Foley-like, and I would like to know how that went, how that race went down, right? Bill Marshall, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining us. Darian Houston Motorsports. Hey, Bobby. Darian Houston here. Got some more info from Fuel Factory. Getting my hands on 10 gallons of F12 to try this weekend if we get good weather for the classic gear jammers. Awesome. Darian, let us know where you got that fuel, because I was going to – it's on the agenda today. I'm going to post up the cross sheet for Fuel Factory, and I'm trying to find out where they're going to distribute this stuff. Hi, Bobby. We'll be there. All right, Dennis. I'm glad. Dennis is going to be at Atco Dragway this weekend. Dean Tate, the crowd was there Friday and Saturday. Sunday kept the spectators away. All right, so it's good that you were racing. They were racing all day Saturday, which is nice. I think they ran the finals at 10 o'clock at night, so I doubt any crowd was there for that. But as long as they got a few rounds in for in front of the crowd during Saturday, that's awesome. That's what we need, and I like to hear that. Jay Tittle, hello, Bobby, from Black Hawk, South Dakota. Awesome. Thanks for joining us, man. I love it. Isn't the internet such a great thing? We can everybody can join in from wherever they are. It's wonderful. Doug Deck, how you doing? Doug, let us know how the car is coming along. Steve Zupka, Foley spun in the final. All right. I mean, not all right, but thank you for letting me know that. Steve, hope to see you at Atco this weekend, Steve. I know you had success there. You're going to be driving the yellow Firebird in Stock Eliminator, let me know. And same with Kahili in the Superstock final. All right, well, we didn't get to the Superstock final yet. I got sidetracked. Hold on. New viewer, love your talks. Thank you, AmCam124. I appreciate new viewers. Thanks for joining us. All right, let me get back to the results here. So congratulations, Barry Parker, on your win. Did anybody see the Barry Parker, Jason McCandless heads up run? Now, Jason McCandless is the grandson of Herb McCandless, the famed Hemi, like I would say a Hemi racer. I don't think they had AH back in the day when he raced it, but he is a well-known Hemi racer from back in the day. Herb McCandless is. So the grandson, Jason McCandless, is running a 70 Challenger in A Stock Automatic, and he had a heads-up race against Barry Parker. It was in the quarterfinals, I believe. And usually for these heads-up races, anybody that's not aware, you are chilling the engine. You're trying to squeeze every ounce of power out of these motors that you can, because it is no longer a bracket race. It's no longer a handicap race. First car to the finish line wins. There's no breakout rule. You can go as fast as you want. The only downfall to that is if you go too fast and win the round, which you will win the round, you can get a horsepower penalty, meaning a weight penalty, either at the end of this year or Tuesday morning if you go really fast, if you go 1.3 under your index. Jason McCandless must have been chilling the engine. He must have been doing it last minute. I don't know for sure. I wasn't there, but it sounds like the hood was not latched for the run. They both launched. Him and Barry Parker launched from the starting line. I don't think Jason McCandless got more than 60 feet, and that hood off of that beautiful 70 Challenger popped up and went over the back of the car, and he pulled off to the side. I hope the hood wasn't seriously damaged. But anybody knows any more about that situation, let me know. It was tough to watch, right? I don't like cars getting damaged. It hurts. It hurts my soul when I see it. All right. But I know he was okay. It seemed like he was okay. He pulled the car off to the side of the road, side of the track, side of the road. And that's what happens when it's 9:15 at night. And, he didn't get the win. Barry Parker still went 94 under in that, which I was surprised. I don't know if Barry Parker didn't realize what was going on, or if he just wanted to see, how fast his car was. Maybe he let off at the 1,000 foot and still went 94 under. I know Barry Parker can flat out fly with that Camaro. Upgo will be there with his Firebird this weekend in Stock. Looking forward to it. Don Kennedy. Don, how you doing, sir? Call up Don Kennedy for race car insurance. Okay? If Herb McCandless or Jason McCandless had race car insurance there, he might have been able to get that fixed. Get that off the track, and Don Kennedy will take care of the rest. Right, Don? I hope it's good, consistent fuel. This is the fuel factory fuel. I hope so too. We're going to talk more about that. Forgot to pin the fiberglass hood. Oof, that's something. You're in the heat of the moment. You're trying to get the car chilled. There's just so much going on. You're checking tires. You're trying to get the ice out of there. You're trying to dry it all out, and something like that can happen. You forget to pin the hood, man. It's that'll happen. But congrats, Barry Parker, on your win. Tough luck there, Jason McCandless, on your the hood not staying shut. That's a tough luck. That's worthy of a tough luck award. Hit me up, Jason McCandless, and I'll send you a shirt. All right, that's the tough luck award. Let me know what size you are. Super Stock. Let's move it over to Super Stock. Monty Bogan Jr. This guy's been killing it this year. He's been running good. So Monty Bogan has a modified car. It's a 92 Camaro at Super Stock B modified stock. He was in the final against Tyler Kahili, which has he has a truck, right? A Chevy S10, a Super Stock TB. Super Stock TB. So I don't really know the truck rules that well. Tyler Kahili. Now, if somebody could explain this to me. I know it's a 2001 Chevy S10, and it's got a cowl hood on it. Did they come with cowl hoods, the 2001 S10 truck, or are you allowed to change the hood in the truck class? Because I'm not trying to be funny. I really don't know. I've never really read the truck rules. So if somebody can let me know about that, I'd appreciate it. Monty Bogan, Super Stock B, modified stock dials 909. Guy cuts a 006 light in the final. Sickening. Tyler Kahili 013. Sickening. Oh my God. That's how good stock and super stock are. I mean, it is just, these are driver's classes. So Tyler dials a 908. Monty dials a 909. Basically a heads-up run. Monty Bogan's leaving by 1/100th of a second handicap. From what we've been told, Tyler Kahili spun off the line. Now, I do believe this was 10 o'clock at night. There could have been some dew setting in. I don't know. But he only went 9:16.4 on a 9:08, so he was over. Monty Bogan went 9:17 on a 9:09. Looks like they both went 145 miles an hour, so I think they're both still flat in it. But Monty Bogan gets the win. Now, if they're both still flat in it, but I don't understand how that could be. 145 miles an hour for both of them, and that is that's a slim margin of victory there. It's like a 3,000th margin of victory. It looks. Oh no, sorry, about 10,000. So 1/100th of a second. Still pretty close race though. Amazing. All right. So Richard Boyle, congrats, Barry Parker. Yeah, pretty much the same rules as modified stock. All right, I wasn't sure about that. There he is, Mark Sargenti. How you doing? Now I drive Mark's 65 Mustang. I'll be driving that in Stock Eliminator this weekend. Right, Mark? We're still going, right? At Atco Dragway. Hope to see everybody there. Bruce Fulper, when you spin, your mile per hour increases. It actually does. That is true. You get that momentum, and it does help. If you stay flat in it, you will have a faster mile per hour at the finish line. Pete Ducko, how you doing, buddy? From Florida. Thanks for joining us. All right, so that's our results from the 4-wide nationals there in stock and super stock. Now, Atco Dragway, you're going to hear me stress it a lot this weekend, but just in case you're joining me for the first time right now and you're in the area, you're within a 200-mile radius, I want you to come out, right? So it's this weekend, May 5th to the 7th. Stock, super street, super gas, super comp, top dragster, top sportsman, junior dragster, motorcycles, okay? Free spectators, all right? Can't afford not to. Come out and watch. There's Barry Parker right there. That green Camaro is Barry Parker. Fitting, right? He better be there. I don't know if he will be because he lives down south now, but he's on a hot streak. He might as well. So Barry Parker in the green Camaro on the cover of the Rolling Stone magazine, of the Atco Flyer. Here's the weather for this weekend. It's not looking bad, all right? Friday looks a little bit wet, but Friday's a test and tune, so not a huge deal. But Saturday, I'm telling you guys, Saturday, 65 degrees and mostly sunny at Atco Dragway. If Barry Parker goes, he can go 140 under there. I'm pretty sure he can go 140 under with ease, right? 65 degrees, no horsepower penalties, no AHFS in effect. This is a national open. This is the race you want to come. Free spectators, you got to come. All right, you want to see wheelies? Stockers are going to be doing super stock type wheelies. Last year, Ron Infantino, I did an interview with him. He went 1060 in G Stock Automatic on a 12 flat index, 140 under. He did a wheelie out past a 60-foot cone. I had the camera in his car. And the interview was awesome. I mean, Atco Dragway, it's like a 60-foot sea level track. You just gotta come. Atco Dragway, type it in Google Maps and be there. All right. Look at that forecast. And then Sunday, 71 degrees. I mean, you can't ask for much better. I mean, maybe a little bit more heat, but yeah, you're gonna wear a sweatshirt on Saturday. Big deal. As long as there's no rain Saturday and Sunday, that's all I care about. So hope to see you guys there. Let's see. Oh yeah, you know what? There was a who was it? Richard Boyle. He put up a poll about the National Open. So in D1, our National Opens are random pairing. Whoever you pull up next to in the lanes, that's who you race in the first round of stock and super stock. But at divisional events and national events, we're all laddered. Okay, after qualifying, you're designated an opponent. So he put up a poll. If you vote or want to voice your input there, do you think first round should be random pairing, or should it be a laddered, just like our divisionals and nationals? I kind of like ladder for everything. I know it's more stress for the lanes officials, but it's just the way stock and super stock's supposed to be. There's no heads up runs in the first round. It's kind of like a strategy if you wanted to. Like I'm K stock automatic or M stock automatic in Mark's car. If I know there's a real fast M car, I could try to get him first round because it's bracket race and I don't have to race him heads up. And That's why a ladder to me is always better for everything, because I do appreciate the performance, even if I know I can get my ass kicked in a heads up run. That's the game, that's the game that we've chosen. So it's a performance, competition here. It's performance based racing. If you're 1,100 miles away, yeah, Pete, you can be there. Come on, you know this area very well. Fly into ACY, Florida to ACY, Pete. They're like $49 flights. I'm not kidding. All right, and then you're right down the street from Atco Dragway, all loaded up and ready for Atco. My dad got us a new coffee machine. My coffee machine broke in the motorhome at Cecil County. Anyone going to try to set records? I think they are. And anybody that is thinking about doing it, come on, post it. Let's go. Let us know. We need to get some prizes. Who could put up some prizes for anybody that sets a record this weekend at Atco Dragway? NHRA, you listening? Come on, let's give these guys let's give them something, guys and gals, something that set records this weekend. Division 2 National Open double this weekend at Mooresville, North Carolina. Really? I don't even see that on my calendar. I don't see it on NHRA's website. Why are National Opens like, other than this Atco one, and I'm just familiar with it because I've had the flyer all this time. Results from National Opens, anything to do with National Opens is like a huge mystery. It's like the best kept secret by NHRA. Like you never know when they're running. You don't know who the winner is. The live timing might work. If it's at the tail end of a divisional, it might work, and the video might work from NHRA.tv. But other than that, you don't know what's going on at some of these. Is that an 8th mile track too? Is that an 8th mile National Open? I think all National Opens are 8th mile in Division 2, which I hate, by the way. I hate 8th mile racing. I haven't jumped on that bandwagon yet. The kicker is other divisions use a ladder at the Opens, but not in D1 for no reason other than it may save time. But it might at the Dutch Classic, and that's it. Because you can get like 140 stockers and super stockers at the Dutch Classic at Maple Grove in October. But at this race at Atco at the beginning of the season, it doesn't draw a huge car count. It draws like a moderate car count like you would see at any other race. So I don't see why not. But it's a one-day race. It's a Sunday qualifier and first round to completion. So maybe that's why, Rich. I don't know. Ricky Martin. Hey, Bobby. How you doing? Thanks for joining us, pal. Rick Martin. Would you do ex-driver interviews? Sure. If you're up there, I'll stick a camera in your face. Don't tempt me. Excuse me. All right, let's get to the Fuel Factory here. Anybody that has more info on this, let me know. But Fuel Factory is paying contingency now. Yes. Saw them at PRI. It was one of the first things I asked them. I said, is your fuel legal for stock and super stock yet? Not yet. We're still working with NHRA on that. Okay. Are you going to pay contingency once you get it going? Well, I asked the owner, who is Mia Tedesco, and her father. I can't remember Mr. Tedesco's name. Cool guy. They're from the Pittsburgh area. And Mark Wessler was there. Mark Wessler used to be, I believe, a VP employee. Actually, I think a lot of these Fuel Factory workers used to be employees of other fuel companies, and they brought their expertise in, which is why I'm interested in finding out more about this fuel, because I think you might have had some workers from Sunoco, workers from VP, all coming together. And I love that. I love competition. I want all these fuels out there. That's America, right? It's capitalism. If yours is better, I'm buying yours. If yours is better, I'm buying yours. If you pay contingency and you don't, then I'm going to decide. I tend to buy from anybody that pays contingency. And I do believe all three of the fuels that we use, Sunoco, VP, and now Fuel Factory, all pay contingency. So I appreciate that, and I love that. But there's a cross-check list there. A lot of us run C11 and C12 in stock and super stock and C16. So there's your fuel. If you're a C11 user, you might want to try F8. If you like C12, F12, C16 is F18. Okay, and then C25 is F25. Is C25 legal in stock and super stock? I don't remember. That might be comp eliminator only. But we were just told by Darian Houston, I think, that he's going to try out that F12, right? So Darian, please let us know how that goes for you. And I want to know, VP or Sunoco is like petroleum-based fuel, and it keeps it's not as dangerous, I was told, and have learned, for gunking up the carburetor and, leaving like a residue on the valves and things like that. That's why everybody fogs their motors and whatnot. VP is a little harsh with that. But I do feel like I run better with C11 than I did with Sunoco. Not a whole lot better. Both of my Fords are low compression motors. I maybe a couple hundredths. I've never seen any difference in my stocker, but my super stock car, maybe a couple hundredths or maybe a little bit more consistency. I don't know. I can't tell the difference. I really go with whichever one is available and whichever one might be cheaper at that moment. I do want to get a drum though. So if this fuel factory works out, or if I can get a drum, like I hate going to the track and trying to track down fuel. I would like to have a drum in my house, fill it up and go to the track and not have to worry about that. So anyways, I want to know if the fuel factory is going to be, if it's, more petroleum based or if it's a more, I don't know what the VP is, some other chemical base that is a little bit, from what I've been told, more harsh on the carburetor and valve train components. All right. I haven't tried any fog it yet. We've honestly never done that. If the motor sits for a while, we might spray some WD-40 in the bores, pull the plugs out and spray it if the motor is going to sit for the winter. But we've never, we don't ever fire up a carbureted car without we always got to take the top of the carburetor off, make sure floats aren't sticking, and then we fire it up. But I'm anxious to know more about this fuel. I really am. No, we backtracked. All right, so Friday is only a testing tune. It says on the flyer that you can set records on Friday. How does that work? All right, so basically you write an R on your window and during that testing tune, and you go down the track, and then I'm sure they would pull you right off the return road if you set a record. And a lot of these records right now are just minimums, so it's not that hard to set one. But they will pull you off and then tear you down. They'll send you to the barn at Atco. If there is a barn, a shed, I don't know, maybe it's in the grass, I'm not sure. But they'll tear you down, make you pull a cylinder head off, make you pull your carburetor off or your throttle body or whatever, take some measurements, check your CCs, check your, runner volumes, check your valve sizes, check your cam lift, might check your bore and stroke, and all that good stuff. Allegedly, a couple of the chemists from VP left and went to Fuel Factory. Yeah, that's what we were told. And Jeff Stricker is going to be selling Fuel Factory fuel as well. All right, so now I got to talk to Jeff, because Jeff is a VP dealer and now a Fuel Factory dealer. So this will be interesting. Now we have options. Ryan, are you going to try Fuel Factory? Let us know. So thank you, Fuel Factory, for paying contingency. I appreciate it. Mr. Tedesco, he was going to give us a cigars at PRI, but Dad doesn't smoke cigars anymore after he had his heart attack. We don't let him. I would have taken one of the cigars. Who's into fantasy drag racing, by the way? Right? I've seen some fantasy racing pages there on Facebook. Fantasy drag racing, the drag racing fantasy page. What if we did one for Drag Insights? This has been posed to us a couple times. We were doing power rankings last year. I wanted to automate that more. I was doing that by hand, and I was picking random drivers, and it was a lot of work, and I was trying to mix it up, and people were taking offense to that, because how could you put this driver in there when this killer driver is there, like Anthony Bertozzi's there? Why don't you put him in? Well, because he was just in the power rankings like 4 weeks in a row. I wanted to put him in the field, I was calling it. That's why the field has like a 40% probability of winning right now. People weren't getting it, and then people were like, hey, you know what? It's making me think Drag Insights is inaccurate. So you know what? I paused power rankings for a little while. I might go back to it, but I'm thinking, if we go back to the power rankings and we do fantasy drag racing, I would do it for all categories. It's just that stock and super stock are the ones that I know the most drivers in, and thinking of things that would like generate points. Like, let's say you drafted, I don't know, 5 racers from, let's just start with a national event entry list because you can see who's actually going to be there. They would gain point. They would, a qualifying position would give them points. Reaction times, low reaction time, maybe a sliding scale for reaction times. If they have a 000 light, you get even a bonus. Every round win, obviously, would get you points. Winning the event would get you a big bonus. Red lighting would lose points. Bad red lights would lose more points. Close to your dial would get you a sliding scale amount of points. Dead on the dial would get you bonus points. Breaking out would lose points. Breaking out by a lot would lose even more points. What do you think of all that stuff? Let us know. What kind of stats would you put into a fantasy stock and super stock or any category for that matter? I don't think mile per hour is that big. That might be for like factory stock. That would be cool. Fastest mile per hour would get you bonus points. Sliding scale. What else? I mean, the .90 categories. What would you guys like to see? Reaction time. I don't know. The most amount of time on a throttle stop would lose points. How's that? If you're a top end throttle stop, you get bonus points every week. Let me know what you guys would think. I'm all ears on that. Having a VP station that stocks C11 and C12 or can get it within a day makes it too convenient to not use. Yeah, well, where is that? I want to know. Can I just show up Sunday and still get a qualifying shot before first round? I believe so. I think, I might be doing that. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet this weekend. Brian Moody, that's my understanding. Oh, Brian, I wish I knew what you were talking about right now because I changed topics 3 or 4 times. But if you're still there, let us know what you were talking about. I appreciate it, and I'll pull it up as quickly as I can. All right, so anybody that's interested in fantasy drag racing, let me know and come up with some ideas. I can throw them in if you want. Power rankings, if you want me to start doing that again. Let me know. I want this to be fun for everybody. Drag Insights is, it's a serious tool we can all use to win races, but it's got to be fun too. We can do both, right? We can have our cake and eat it too. Who wants records published in National Dragster? I'm still trying to get on NHRA about that. Just a baby step, just to entice people to set records. Maybe more people would be doing it this weekend at Atco that might otherwise not be doing it if they know their name and their sponsor and maybe even a picture of their car is going to be in the National Dragster in print magazine, right? In addition to online. Hopefully they put the pictures of those cars on NHRA.com. But if not, send it to me. I'll put it on my Facebook page, Instagram page, and whatever you want me to do, I'll post it. If you set a record this weekend, or if you win, or whatever, and you want me to post it, let me know. Okay, that's limited to like if you win or you want something special happen with your car. Okay, I just can't post everybody's like, give me a shout out to your sponsor. But I'll do my best here. Use hashtag the car show if you're posting anything on your own though. All right, because that's our hashtag. All right, so last but not least, Maple Grove Raceway, our divisional here is Memorial Day weekend, and they're doing $40 car loads on that Saturday. They're doing fireworks, they're doing promos, they're having a nice big spectacle, food trucks. Kyle Koretsky's really doing it up there, and I appreciate it. The only thing I would ask of Kyle and Shane Swigert is, can we get the car loads Saturday morning before the 3 o'clock? It sounds like they're letting car loads in that special starting at 3 o'clock. I would like it to start at 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning when the gates open, so they can come in and start watching stock and super stock, right? Who wouldn't want to? All right, so if anybody talks to Kyle or Shane, Kyle Koretsky or Shane Swigert, Captain Chaos, Kid Chaos, let us know. Let's go over the points real quick and we'll get out of here. All right, here's the top 5 points nationally in Stock Eliminator. So this is in the country right now. Kyle Rizzoli is number 1, 528 points. Parker Theobald, number 2. Hey, Parker Theobald, nice. 433 points. Justin Lamb's number 3. Jeff Longani's number 4. Leo Glassbrenner is number 5. Superstock. Kyle Rizzoli is in first place in Superstock also. That takes some talent right there. Jeff Atkinson's number 2. Kevin Helms is number 3. Brad Burton's number 4. Monty Bogan Jr. just slipped into number 5. So congrats there, Monty Bogan Jr. slipping in the top 5. Factory stock. I haven't talked about it. I haven't paid attention to it. Shame on me. I don't know why. Is anybody else paying more attention to factory stock than I am? Aaron Stanfield's in first place, 235 points. Lenny Lodig, Pennsylvania guy, number 2, 168 points. Joseph Welch is number 3 with 167 points, 1 point behind Lenny. I think Lenny Lodig just won a qualified number 1 at the 4 wide and then won it. So nice job, Lenny Lodig. Number 4 is David Davies, and number 5, Jesse Alexandra. All right, so that's your top 5 in factory stock. All right, real quick, I'm just going to run through who is in first place in stock and super stock in all of our divisions. All right, here we go. Division 1, stock, Jim Roberts. Super stock, Pete Diagnolo. Division 2, stock is Jeff Longany. Super stock, Kevin Helms. Division 3, Tyler Bohannon in stock. Nick Morris in super stock. Division 4, Bryce Grenier in stock. Harvey Emmons III in super stock. Division 5, 4-speed Johnny McLaughlin in stock. And super stock is Wyatt Wagner. Division 6, Brad Burton in stock. Super stock is Jody Lang. Division 7, Parker Theobald in stock. And Kyle Rizzoli in super stock. Kyle Rizzoli might have a big payday at the end of the year if he wins a division championship and 2 national championships. That'd be pretty lucrative, wouldn't you say? Brian Moody, thank you for that. That's what you meant. So Brian Moody was saying you can show up on Sunday, 1 time shot, and race at the Atco Open this Sunday. That's what I was referring to. All right. Yeah. So that it sounds like anybody that's working Friday, working Saturday, come and make your time shot on Sunday and go into first round. That's pretty cool. Hope to see you there, Brian Moody and Rich Boyle. Rich, do you have a car to drive? I thought you sold your stocker, and I was kind of sad to see it. I think it went overseas, right? Stock and super stock, furthest under the index per horsepower factor per class. All right, there's a lot of pers there. I'm going to have to take that into account, but I think I can make that happen. I'm pretty good with the numbers. Let's talk about that, Rich, if you're at Atco this weekend, all right? Guys, come find me at Atco this weekend. I really enjoy being at the races, talking to people, and obviously racing. So come say hello, especially if I've never met you before and you're watching this show on a weekly basis. I really appreciate it. Just trying to spread the word on stock and super stock, trying to get us out in front of more viewers, trying to get us back in the magazine. Let's get on TV. Let's get more contingency money. Let's get contingency for winning class. Let's get rewarded for top qualifiers. Okay, let's make class racing great again. Am I allowed to say that on here? Am I going to get canceled? All right, guys. See you all at Atco this weekend. Thanks for joining. Tuesday, May 2nd, 2023. Tuesday Tell All. This is Driver Interviews with Bobby Fazio. And can't wait to see you at Atco. Rich Boyle, you sold your Nova, okay, and you're driving Frank Aragona's Camaro some races. Rest in peace, Frank Aragona. He's also on the cover of the flyer for the race this weekend in his comp car. All right, guys, take care. I'll see you all at Atco this weekend. Have a good week, and good luck wherever you are racing.